welcome back to the channel, and you are on week 2 of my Ashby 20 training. So see how I get on from 5 weeks out now from the Ashby 20. So first of all, it's now Friday. You're joining me on my lunchtime run. So a general health update, I've been a lot better this week. I did plan last week to take it a little bit easier this week, but I feel like the back end of the week I've been able to get back to a normal sort of training routine and get back to normal, really, put a bit of intensity back in there. So I said to myself at the start of the week that I wouldn't session or do any intense runs until I feel that the illness has shifted. So with that in mind, I went for a 6-mile easy run on Monday night, as I still wasn't feeling that great then. I popped in 4 lots of 15 seconds full strides at the end, so just to try and keep my legs turning over a little bit quicker, and don't want to be falling into a trap of just plodding round on an easy run. So it's nice to get a bit of life in the legs at the end of that run. It's the same sort of thing on Tuesday. Still getting a little bit under the weather, but got out for a 6-mile easy run, similar sort of pace. I think I probably dipped under the 8-minute mile, so that was a sign that I was starting to feel a bit better, because I do run exactly to feel on my easy runs, so they can be sort of up to 8:30s if I'm not feeling so great, or down to like the mid-7s if I'm feeling good. So on Wednesday I finally felt that I feel a bit better now. I'm going to attempt a session, so that was at the Conkers car park with my club at South Derbyshire. So it's a great session led by our coach Chris and Trevor. So we had around 35 of us there, which is a lot higher than we normally get. So it's good to see a lot of runners from our club, but all different abilities. Very encouraging session. It's a good one to ease me back in. I did 3 lots of 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, and the recovery was a jog at the same duration as the interval, so about 18 minutes work in total. It's good to hit some decent paces. So for me, those paces were very similar over the reps. So I was around 5:45 per mile pace for the 3-minute reps, which for me is good going. I tried to do as a benchmark around 800 metres within the 3 minutes, so half a mile, and I got just over that, so that's a good sign that things are moving in the right direction. I'd also got out for a 4-mile run in the morning on Wednesday, and I think doing doubles is really beneficial for me. I can sneak a bit of extra mileage in, keep my legs active without really putting too much strain on my body. I feel that adding about 4 miles when I'm doing about 6 or 7 miles worth of volume in the session was more beneficial than if I did that 4 miles either side of a session. So that brings me on to Thursday, and Thursday was again a bit of a harder day for me. I typically like to do a tempo session in a week, but I can try and get a steady run in, which replicates a little bit of this. So I did 8 miles at around 7:10 pace, which is not too far off. I did 6:50 for my tempo the previous week, the previous week when I did a tempo. So yeah, that was a good run on Thursday with Sam. It's positive for me that I can hold that sort of steady pace without feeling too tired. It's obviously harder for me than an easy run, but yeah, very positive sign on Thursday. And then Friday today, so I've split my easy miles up into 2 shorter runs today, so I'm looking at probably 4 or 5 miles for each run, sort of a way of getting 8 to 10 miles in and keeping my legs a bit fresher than if I did it all in one go. So I'll look to get out for the second run after work, and possibly a little swim tonight. It's Saturday morning, and I'm glad to be back on my familiar routine I've run into Conkers on the trail, so parkrun this morning. I'm going to commit. I'm going to do that second session of the week, my short tempo. So I'm going to commit to trying to do a sub 20-minute parkrun today, so see how it goes. So today's run is going to be a slightly longer run than usual. I'm going to extend the end of my run to past 13 miles, so it's an increase of 3 or 4 miles on what I normally do. So with that being said, fueling wise, I've had a snack bar this morning, like a protein bar, and I'm going for the 40 gram OTE gel. So I had a delivery of these yesterday. These have been my fuel of choice for a marathon. I get on really well with them. I find that having 40 grams, which is double to your standard size for gels, means I only have to carry about 3 or 4 in a marathon to get the same effect of taking about 8 of the standard 20 gram gels. So yeah, I'll take this gel just before parkrun, top up my glycogen stores for parkrun, and it'll act as another good bit of training for my stomach training. So I'll be running obviously quite hard at parkrun, quicker than marathon pace, so it's a good test of seeing how my stomach handles taking a gel and then running quick for about 20 minutes. Morning guys, well done. Keep going. Thank you. Cheers, Roger. So I'm on the cool down now after parkrun. I've come to Albert Village Lake on my way back, so it's nice to run by a bit of water. Always good. So parkrun, not quite the tempo session I had in mind. I set off the first mile with 6:30 pace, which is slightly outside of sub 20, and I always knew from there it was going to be a struggle because that felt tough. I then did fade a bit towards the end, so I still got a good effort session in, but not quite the time of sub 20 that I wanted. So I should reach around half marathon distance on today's run, so that will be the first sort of long run I've done in a while. Shorter long run, but a long run nonetheless, as I won't be long running tomorrow as I'm supporting Emma at her Leicestershire half marathon, so I'll be out on course, get a bit of a jog in myself, but I'll pop up at various spots to give her a bit of encouragement. I've got a few more club mates running that day as well, so it'd be good to see them in a race environment too. So welcome back to Sunday morning, and I'm at the Leicestershire half in Loughborough, so it starts just outside the university, then follows quite a few trails. This lane we're on at about 2 miles, it's a little bit muddy. I don't think I'd be fancying running a half on this, but yeah, should be a good day. We'll get out and cheer the runners on. Well done. Great running. Well done. You're flying. Great running, mate. Great running. Great running, mate. Well done. I'll see you around the other side. Yeah. Done. Running, guys. Well done. Great running. Well done. Ah. God. for a great time here, Emma. Well done. Right for finish. Less than a mile. Well done. Well done, Will. Right for that finish, mate. Well done. Go, Mark. Go on, Mark. I've had a great morning out at the Leicestershire half this morning, albeit in very windy conditions, so well done to all the runners out there who were conquering these conditions and going on to achieve great race results there. So it was good to see so many familiar faces. I saw some athletes that I coached, some fellow club members at South Derbyshire, and just some familiar faces in general. So this morning couldn't really have gone any better for Emma. She had a great race. The PB going into this was 1:25, and she came away with a result of 1:17.51, which, knocking off over 7 minutes off her PB at already quite a quick time as well, is some serious going. So well done to Emma on her result, and she came away with first place woman on the day. So I don't think my own personal training week really does top some of those results from the Leicestershire half, but it has given me a bit of added inspiration and motivation to train hard and try and get some good race times in my upcoming races in the next few weeks. So if I look at my whole week as a whole, I did 63 miles this week, which is a considerable improvement on the week before. I did one good interval session on the Wednesday. I also did a tempo run at parkrun, which was included within my long run. So I've done like 1.5 to 2 sessions this week, which is one I'm pretty pleased with. I'll take that. I've done over 60 miles, and I'll look to do a similar sort of approach for next week. So I'm feeling like I'm going into a new week fresh and healthy, and I'll be able to knock out a good consistent week of training there as I build into Ashby 20. So that's week 2 done. We've got 4 weeks now left until Ashby 20. Let's see how my training goes until then. Thanks for watching along on the journey, and be sure to check in next week with next week's video.